Greetings, family. Welcome, Grand Rising. This is Sunday. Happy, glorious Sunday. Happy, joyous Sunday. Check in, let me know where you're hailing from. This is Sunday, January the 11th, 2026, and the time is 11:37 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I just have a brief podcast to do because we're going back on at noon with a very special guest who's going to tell us how to eat to increase our superpowers. So check in, family. I'm so excited to see everybody. I've been getting good news. You let me know what you've been hearing in the news, okay? Welcome, Joyous Rising, Grand Rising. If you saw my last podcast, you saw that I was live from a fresh market. And I was just talking about how alive I felt, how my cells just felt like they were just going crazy inside my body because I was eating whole foods from a farmer's market. And the food tastes so different, family, from what I'm used to getting from Publix or even Whole Foods. It's interesting because these are locally grown foods here in Jacksonville. So I would encourage you, family, to get you some locally grown food from your farmer's market if you're not doing it already. I'm not telling anybody to be a raw vegan like I'm aspiring to do, but I am saying that it just makes your cells feel good when you add living raw foods to your body. So keep checking in, family. I'm just going on a rant already. Grand Rising, Joyous Rising. I see Texas is in the house. Welcome. Good morning, Grand Rising from Lola. Where's Lola? Where's Lola? Joyous Rising, Rich Rising, Wealthy Rising. Briefly, I'm just going to tell you what's going on, family. 5 minutes later than the time now, some kind of problem. I don't know what you're saying, but perhaps Grand Rising family. Let me give you time to check in. Come on in. Let us know where you're hailing from. I'm only going to be brief, about maybe 10 or 15 minutes, so check in. Come on in the room. Hey. Yes.
Dr. Kia shining wisdom's light, teaching soul tribe how to see through the night. Ancient scriptures and bloodlines she knows, spreading truth wherever she goes. Soul tribe rising, hear her call, raising vibrations for one and all. Dr. Kia shows the way to a brighter, freer day.
All right, family. Sorry about, just ending the song abruptly, but I see so many people here. Thank you. Someone says I look amazing. Thank you so much. Keep checking in. I was wondering where Lola was. Somebody said they're here from Lola. Who else do I say? Grand Rising Golden Heart, is good to see you. Who else? Grand Rising Adwa, Grand Rising Latrice, Grand Rising CJ from Houston, Grand Rising Jerry, Supreme Rising to you. Williams in the house from Toledo, Ohio, just up the street from where I came from in Cleveland. All right, let's see. Uganda, how do you go about the revaluation there? You're going to go to a tier 1 bank. Any bank, Basel III compliant bank, any bank or wealth management center that's going to be there, you're going to go to there. It's going to be a basic exchange. Basic exchange. And we'll get, as we get closer, we'll let everybody know. Brooklyn, New York's in the house. Hi, Moni. Mary J, I'm sorry, Grand Rising. Jeray, Grand Rising. Lorraine, Baltimore is in the house. Greetings, Joyce. Greetings. Hello, Grand Rising. Decatur, Alabama. I heard of Decatur, Georgia, not Alabama. So welcome, John. It's good to see you. Oh, Cape Town, South Africa's in the house. Welcome. All right. Welcome, Chicago. Welcome. I see you all here. Checking in. Ohio again. Las Vegas. Love to meet from Michigan. All right. North Carolina. What they call it? North Kakalakis in the house. Oh, thank you. Joan says you look amazingly beautiful today, Doctor. Love to you. And all from mid Michigan, North Kakalaki again, Chicago. All right, Victoriaville, California. I lived there for some time. Maryland's in the house. Oh, it's so good to see so many people. I see you, Jan. Sweden is in the house. We have Soul Tribe members all over, family, all over the world. Grand Rising, Grand Rising, God's chosen one. Miami, Florida. Oh, when I went to Miami, people call it Miami, but we that speak Spanish, we know it's Miami. Oh my God, I saw peacocks and I was ecstatic. I never thought I'd see peacocks like just roaming around neighborhoods in America. That's my favorite animal. Peacocks and cougars. I don't even know if they go together, but I was just so enthralled. I'm going to have to buy me some property there when I become wealthy. Well, we're already wealthy, but when that money hits the bank account, I have to because I love peacocks. Hello, Atlanta, California again, Long Island. Hello, Columbia, Missouri. Welcome. Hello. Who's that? Shanna? Grand Rising, Grand Rising. So many people are here on a Sunday morning. I didn't know if you would be here on this rising or not. North Dakota's in the house. No, NG. Where's NG? Is that Nigeria? Y'all tell me where NG is. Milledgeville, Georgia. Never heard of that place. Wow, I love Georgia though. Grand Rising. So many people are here. What'd you say? I still need a piece of that watermelon. That watermelon was so good yesterday. Oh my God. Charlottesville, hello. Oh my God. Charlotte, North Carolina. I'm glowing. Thank you. Okay, let me tell y'all what's going on, okay? I'm glowing because for the past few days, I've been doing another raw fruit diet where I only eat raw fruits and occasionally raw vegetables. So just raw. I see you, California. I see you, DC. And what I notice every time I do that, hi, Fresno and Georgia, is my skin starts to glow again. Yes, our health is our true wealth. Texas is in the house. Indiana's in the house. I have more energy. Chicago, I see you. I have more energy. I can feel my cells like just jumping around in my body. And it's really interesting. I see you, Canada. Oh my God, so many people in the house. And what else? I need less sleep when I eat more raw fruits and vegetables. I have high energy. I actually want to run, like, because I can't still, it's so hard to sit still. So I have to go out and run. I have to move. And I used to be a runner in high school. I'm not really a big runner or a jogger anymore, but I walk a lot, but I haven't been walking. So when I had the Chef Yosef on in our private group last week, I was telling him some of the things that I'm going through. And I was like, I'm addicted to chips. I'm a vegan, except on the days I need cheese. And that means that would make me a vegetarian, but I had slow down on cheese. I said, but I'm trying to transition into just being fully healthy. And so he sent a message to all of us that are on this private group. And it only costs a few dollars to join this private group. And he was saying, go to your local farmer's market. And he told me where my local farmer's market was in my city. And I'm just so ecstatic because the atmosphere is calm. They have, nice music there. Everybody's smiling in there, nobody's rushing, but everybody just seems so calm. And they have local foods grown in your own city there. Y'all already know this, right? I have been going to Publix and Whole Foods, Trader Joe's, but there's nothing like a farmer's market. I mean, it's like eating right from the farm. Like, I'll tell you what it felt like. It's like eating right from your own garden. I felt like I was taken back in a Wayback Machine back to my childhood. And you should see my podcast that I did yesterday. I'm like literally shaking my hair and bouncing up and down. The kids are ecstatic. We had seeded watermelons and cucumbers were only this small, but grown in the soil here. Now, the particular market I went to, they had food from Jacksonville, and then they had some from surrounding areas like Georgia. And then you can go to another part where they had fruits and vegetables that were flown in from other parts in the city. I mean, in the country, like California. They even have some things flown in from Canada, but everything is like the UMCA, United States, Mexico, and Canada, foods from there. Okay. Remember the CMA, United States, Mexico, and Canada. That is the trade deal that I'm looking, my people are sending me Cash App blessings. Thank you so much, family, for the Cash App gifts. But the trade deal that Trump made or came up with is USMCA, where the United States, Mexico, and Canada were trading together. He did that under his first administration. And that's all part of Turtle Island. So we're all going to be back together anyway. But that's where all the fruits and vegetables came from. And I was feeling so alive. But as an aside, let me tell you, I've been getting news that everything is ready as far as the global currency reset and the revaluation of currencies. So get in on this wealth transfer now while you can. Let me tell you how close we are. We always were told we have the gold and gold will destroy the Fed. Well, I did a podcast to tell you that all the banks that are now set up, they've already become Basel III compliant. And the ones that haven't, as we have been saying all along, they will be shutting down, right? They will collapse. Well, what did we just hear in the news just the other day? And I reported on this. JP Morgan Chase, that had all these paper contracts out promising people, you invest in this paper contract that they're going to deliver silver. Well, when it was time to call in those contracts, they didn't have the silver. So a lot of those banks that have loans out and they can't make good on those loans because they don't have cash in the bank or they don't have the silver, those banks will close. But those are the last of the banks. So we've heard that that's it, that JP Morgan Chase behind the scenes took a big hit. They couldn't make good on those silver contracts. So what do they say? Gold would destroy the Fed, but silver would destroy the banks. So we already have the gold. How do we know we have the gold? I want you to do the research. 46 states in America already reclaimed silver and gold as money. There were only 4 more states remaining, and they're slated to do that this year. So in fact, it could have happened behind the scenes. I just need to do more research. If you need proof that 46 states have repealed or removed the sales tax from precious metals, thus reclaiming silver and gold as money, then what I would encourage you to do is look at there's an article by the Sound Money Defense League, and it will tell you about 45 states. But I reported New Jersey was the 46th state. I reported that a while ago. So I'm going to show you this article because on the Sound Money Defense League article, what you can do is you can actually scroll down and you can look at your state and see which laws or bills, whatever, were passed to ensure that silver and gold can no longer be taxed in your state. Also, another way you know that we're already on the gold standard and we have the gold to destroy the Fed is that the Supreme Court of the United States said that state-sponsored banks can now operate independently from the Federal Reserve central banking system, and they can have their own charter and issue out their own gold-backed currencies. Well, when you talk about issuing out gold-backed currencies, family, you have that means that the banks, the state-sponsored banks, have gold in them. I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm getting excited. Another way you know that we are in this new era where we'll use gold and silver is go to your local coin dealer. Go to your Google coin shops near me. When you Google coin shops near me, go to your coin shop and see, don't they have gold backs? Let me show you what a gold back is. A gold back is a 24 karat gold note. It's 24 carats pressed onto a note, okay? You can use those right now for local goods and services. Everything is ready. So you had the Supreme Court of the United States say that state-sponsored banks can now operate independently from and outside of the central banks, and they can now issue out their own gold-backed currencies. You have the Sound Money Defense League at the time, the last printing, saying that 45 states had repealed the sales tax from the sales of precious metals, but they need to update that because it's 46 is now, this is the wrong one. It's now New Jersey was added. So let me show you this article from the Sound Money Defense League here, so you can see it, because sometimes some people haven't seen it. I gotta find the link. What else has happened? I'm gonna show you some more things, but I need you to see the article first, just so you can know it's already the remaining banks that weren't Basel III compliant, those Chase banks, they've collapsed. But let me tell you, this is a cover story. Like, yes, the Chase bank doesn't have the they didn't have the cash, they couldn't make good on their contracts, but Chase Bank is the largest bank in the world. How do they not have it when banks have been accumulating gold in record numbers in the last 5 to 10 years? You can look that up. Banks have been accumulating gold in record numbers. Central banks in America and all across the globe. Okay. So let me show you this article right here. State laws can help restore gold and silver as money. They're already doing it. A growing number, okay, then talks about how Americans are concerned, blah, blah, blah. This, I want an even more updated one, but it goes on to talk about how, let's see, a growing number of Americans understand that the reckless creation of fiat by the Federal Reserve is causing many of our economic problems. They want to abolish the Fed and return to the gold-backed currency that brought America and the world unprecedented prosperity throughout the 19th century. But it won't happen overnight. Big banks and other interest groups reap profits from the present system, while many Americans are accustomed to paper money. That's why sound money activists are launching exciting initiatives at the state level to challenge the monetary monopoly on the Fed. And it goes on to talk about their strategy. From Alabama to Wyoming, states across the United States continue to pass legislation to eliminate taxes on gold and silver, protect state taxpayer funds with sound money, and more. And you can click on any of these states here to see all the laws. Look, Alabama gold and silver laws, and it's in alphabetical order all the way here. You see A through K here, K through Kentucky to New York here, North Carolina all the way through Wyoming. So I'm going to put that in the chat for you. And I will put it in the description section for you as well. So not only is that good news, Grand Rising, I see you all, but I have in my private group, and I've told you, I showed you all publicly before I put it in my private group, banks are ready. Banks met globally February 2024 to make sure they were prepared for currency exchanges. Additionally, I have banking perks. So some of us that have met with wealth managers at their banks, and some of us that have met with wealth managers like at Northwest Mutual, which I was a part of the group with Northwest Mutual clients, and I met with a wealth manager at Wells Fargo banks. They're already telling you have to speak to a wealth manager. They're saying they're ready, and you can have the access to bank perks. There are certain perks that you will get as being a part of the 1%. Being a part of the people, which now everybody's going to be wealthy. So they're saying part of the 1%, but everybody's going to be wealthy. And all those perks include special things like access to special areas, special rates on different things like houses, what else? Benefits to different concerts and all those type of things. So they released the bank perks, which I have it in my private group because everybody doesn't know about this, the wealth transfer. And so banks met globally to make sure they're ready. We have bank perks. What else do we have? Oh, what I got from a wealth management group is how they're telling you stuff now, how to set up your single family office. They tell you about how they're going to help you with taxes. And what they're going to do is they're going to give you a whole team. The banks are ready. They're going to give you a whole team when you go in for the exchange. Now, you have to be a part of my private group for me to tell you what you need to bring to the bank. Or you can go to somebody else's podcast that'll give you information for free, okay? But when it comes to bank perks and what you need, the bank protocol, we have that in a private group. The bank protocol, what you need, what type of identification you need, what you need to say, those type of things, okay? They're releasing that. So when I talk to my wealth manager, and I'm not wealthy yet, well, it's not realized, it's not in my bank account. He said, when you all come into the bank for the foreign currency exchange, and it will happen, he said, and I know what I'm talking about. I help the top 1%. It's my job. So I have to stay abreast of all the things that happen geopolitically. Okay. So he said, when you come in to do your exchange, we will have somebody that will help you with your additional trust. If you already have a trust, we will give you a tax person to help you if there's still taxes here. If we still have, any type of taxes, we'll have all tax experts and CPAs. We'll have master level degree people to help you with investments. We will help you set up all your accounts. We will help you with offshore accounts, all those type of things, a whole team, and it will help you with a family office. Now in the private group, we actually went over what a family office looks like, how you can set up a family office, which is basically, it's a business that you make up of your family members that will manage your wealth. Okay, they're saying everything is ready. They're saying the banks that were supposed to collapse, they have collapsed. They're saying, when I say they, I mean people, things in the news, when I read in the news. What else are they saying? President Trump is taking over South America, Central America, Greenland. Why? Because that's all part of Turtle Island. That was what we were called here in America before the deep state came and took over. So yeah, let's go, family. What they say, Mama Kia, is it okay to drop my Quicksilver Wealth Ambassador ID where people can buy gold and silver? I appreciate if you wouldn't, only because, you know what, only because I already sell silver and gold with my, well, you can drop it in there, and that way you can, yes, go ahead, and that way they can have options. But I will tell y'all that at Miles Franklin Precious Metals Company, you will have the best prices because they've been in business for 40 years. And thank you for asking. That was very kind of you. In business for 40 years. And because what else? They have relationships with wholesalers, So if you want silver and gold, Quicksilver, she's going to drop her Quicksilver link. Go to your local coin dealer. We're going to share the wealth here, okay? Or you can call Miles Franklin at 952-929-7006. So everything is ready. If you want to get a private trust from Chief Mack, hold on, daughter, then contact Chief Mack at unityinmotion45@yahoo.com, okay? What else we want to say? Hold on, family. Hello?
Hey, Mom, it's okay. I was just...
I apologize. My daughter is bringing me a smoothie, so because I'm excited and I need to eat, and I haven't been able to get it. So, unityemotion45@yahoo.com. Contact Chief Mack. And what else did I want to tell you? There was something else I wanted to tell you. I can't think about it, but it doesn't make sense to have a lot of money if you're not healthy. Okay. So at 12, like right now, we're about to have a chef to come on to talk about how to eat to increase your superpowers. I'm excited about that. His name is Chef Yosef Mevaker El. This is him right here. He can help you create menus for your bloodline or for your lifestyle. Everybody's not meant to be a vegan, but everybody's not meant to be a raw vegan like what I'm doing right now. Everybody's not meant to be a vegetarian, but you need to know what's best for you. So he's coming on in just a few minutes. Yes, I'll share the link for my private group. He's probably waiting for me right now. Oh, wait a minute. Let me show you. Let me put his link in here right now. How to eat to increase your superpowers. And y'all see, I got energy through the roof, like, because I've been not only eating well, from the farmer's market, because he was, and telling me the foods that I need for my particular lifestyle. I'm also taking black seed oil mixed with oregano. And so I take 2 drops under my tongue, and it's supposed to be like a parasite cleanse your body, cleanse, like you can even put it on your nail if you have fungus problems. Y'all, I just feel amazing. So I put it in a group. You're welcome. Oh, FRB's Quicksilver right here. ID number 737923. You're welcome, sweetheart. When I exchange my currency, like, by USD, I don't think there's tax. No, there's not supposed to be any tax. That's right. But they have to tell you that I'm going to give you a tax professional in case there are taxes. There may still be some tax on some things. This is supposed to be a non-taxable event. But the people at the bank, the wealth manager, has to tell you, that we're going to have tax professionals and CPAs for you. Also, go to Chief Mack's page on YouTube, because he has a bank story that's amazing. Okay. That Mrs. C told, and she verified the same thing, that they set up her account with her trust, and they let her know that this is real, that the global currency reset is real, the revaluation of currencies. Also, in my private group, I have a video where I show all of these countries that we've been talking about and more that have unveiled their new currency. So anytime you hear a country like Iran, like Venezuela, like Syria, saying we are lopping off the zeros of our currency, what they're saying is they're revaluing their currency. They're preparing for it to be traded on the Forex. You might not see it on the Forex, but they've already unveiled their new currencies. And I do have a video on my private group where I show all the currencies, all the countries that have unveiled or released or shown their new currency. So anytime you see a country saying that we are lopping off zeros or dropping zeros, that's significant, because what happened is when these countries were sanctioned and they had to suffer with hyperinflation and nobody else would do, no other country would do business with them, what they did to their currency was they added zeros. They added a whole bunch of zeros, right? Because they were dealing with hyperinflation. The economy was bad. The currency was worthless. So it stands to reason that when they say we are dropping zeros, that means they have mitigated hyperinflation, that the sanctions have been lifted. And so what you see when they say they're dropping zeros, then look for articles that say sanctions have been lifted from Iran. Sanctions have been lifted from Syria. I've been reporting this for months, since early last year, about Syria, about Iran, how the zeros were going to be dropped, how the sanctions will be removed. Then I reported that they were removed. So when you see that happen, that they're lopping off or dropping zeros, that means that the hyperinflation has been mitigated. Trade deals are happening behind the scenes. And then they're telling you after they drop the zeros, we've unveiled our new currencies. So in my private group, I show you, it was so many countries that unveiled their currencies that I did a slideshow. This country, this country, this country, this country, this country, this country. And if you want to invest in those countries, that's up to you, because all countries worldwide are prepared for the global currency reset. They're already preparing. They're already actually doing it. They're already revaluating their currency and redenominating their currencies. So the event, family, is happening. My encouragement to you is make sure your mind is ready, your health is ready, because people are dropping like flies, like all around. I'm getting calls, people are just transitioning, leaving this earth plane. You never know when it's your time, right? But you don't want to expedite it by eating unhealthily. You don't want to expedite your time leaving this planet by not taking care of your mind, your mental health. I did a video with Dr. Tony Vortex. It's on my channel, that talks about mental health and all the products that the Mental Center have to help you, raise your vibrations, deal with mental health, have counseling services there. And now today, in just a minute, please stay tuned. I dropped the link. I'm going to have Chef Yosef to come on and talk about how to eat to activate your superpowers. I don't know if you can tell that there's a difference in me, but I'm already always happy, but I feel so amazing just taking the oregano and black seed oil, which is really good. Typically I take monoatomic gold, so we'll bring the Meta Center gentleman back to Dr. Tony Vortex, but I ran out and just drinking a lot of water, raw living fruits from the farmer's market, fresh from the soil. Okay. And anything else I'm taking? One second. Let me see if I can show you what else I'm taking. We don't want to leave here before it's our time, okay? Make sure you do whatever you can to stay healthy. And I probably shouldn't be taking, a bunch of supplements. I'm going to talk to Chef Yosef today when he comes on ashwagandha because I was dealing with hot flashes. I haven't been having to take this as much since I am taking that oregano with black seed oil. It's amazing. And eating raw living fruits. Oramis monoatomic gold. You can get that from the Meta Center, Chicago. I used to take this Burbine because it's supposed to deal with hot flashes. I don't even have to take it anymore since I'm taking the oregano, black seed oil, and eating more raw fruits and vegetables from the farmer's market. And then I had this Years Plus, which is supposed to be a multivitamin for women that are, at a certain age. So join me soon, family, with he's supposed to be on. Oop, I'm late. So let me go on over here, put this link in the channel, and I'm going to drop the link to my private group because I gave my own personal banking story, which I gave you the clip note version right here about how we're all going to have wealth managers. He told me, the wealth manager told me this is real and told me when for some of the things you want to do, like, open your family practice, your family office, wait until we set the team up for you and you'll be able to choose from those professionals. What else did I want to tell you right quick? Just so much is happening. Like I said, banks are ready. And the ones that are collapsing, family, those are the ones that had to go anyway. But all the banks that remain, they're going to be turned over into wealth management centers. All right. You can see that all this is happening that I'm telling you in real time. When you look at the gold and silver prices, they can't keep suppressing them. Look at where gold is. Gold is $4,500. Silver is dropping right now back to 79, but that's still a high because it's doubled in the last year. So you can get gold and silver from, somebody dropped their link, Quicksilver link there. You can get gold and silver from Miles Franklin Precious Metals by calling 952-929-7006 or send an email to info@milesfranklin.com. Let them know that Dr. Pruitt sent you so you can get the best prices in the industry. But I strongly urge you to go to your local coin dealer as well and build a relationship with them because some of them, especially the owners, are abreast of geopolitical news. I have a video that I'm going to release that talks about how he told me, my gold coin dealer told me that what happened in Venezuela and Colombia and Cuba, what's happening in all these countries that Trump is taking power from is going to affect the gold and silver prices. Share where to find monoatomic gold. The Meta Center, Chicago. Let me show. The Meta Center. Okay, it's the Meta Center, Chicago. The Meta. And they say that this monoatomic gold or Oramis gold is actually the manna that the children of Egypt were eating when they came out of slavery. The children of Israel were eating when they came out of slavery in Egypt. Scientists say that they delved into this Oramis and it's the same consistency of the ingredients. And what happens when you take monoatomic gold is you sleep better, you have more energy, your skin clears up, your vibrations, like your energy goes up, so your vibrations are raised. So I love taking that. And I'll tell you, when I was taking it consistently, like on a regular basis, I'm taking it sparingly now because I'm running out. My skin literally turned golden. And my mom was like, wow, I don't even recognize my own daughter. What are you doing? What have you been taking? And I had told her that, Mom, I'm taking monoatomic gold. She was like, that stuff is amazing. So here is the link. And I'm rushing because I'm late, family. Here is the link for the monoatomic gold. Go to the Meta Center, Chicago. And when you talk to Dr. Tony Vortex, or either you can just go to the website, make sure at the checkout you put DRKIA 2024. You'll get 11% discount. DRKIA 2024. That was my code. We need to update. We haven't spoken in a long time. So, because I just gone directly to the website and get what I need. Chief Mack says, What a beautiful time to be alive when you are connected to the right people and source. Thank you, Chief Mack. Dr. Kia, if everyone is going to be wealthy, does that mean then that those who don't have silver, gold, those people that don't have silver and gold will have wealth? Because we're all going to have access to our trust. A trust, everybody has a trust. At birth, you had a birth certificate that was created, a birth certificate bond, yes. And that was monetized, securitized, and it was traded on stock exchanges in the stock exchange. And it's been accruing interest all of these years. You're going to have access to that, whether you have silver or gold. Okay. We're all going to be okay. So, but if you want to add to that, we got a sovereign wealth fund that's comprised of stocks, bonds, real estate, precious metals, rare earth minerals, all type land, oil, resources that President Trump created when he first came on last year in January. Look it up, sovereign wealth funds, and it's comprised of money that he collected from the taxes of the tariffs taxing other nations. So all of that wealth is going to be given to everybody through NESARA from the Sovereign Wealth Fund. He said these funds are to invest in the people, to invest in infrastructure, and what else was it? Was one more thing: invest in people, invest in infrastructure, in the humanitarian projects, invest in infrastructure, and to do business with other countries. So that sovereign wealth fund will give everybody money through the National Economic Security Reformation Act. Look at my videos on NESARA, NESARA. The global version of that is the Global Economic Security Reformation Act. All nations already have sovereign wealth funds. America was just behind. So when you look at NESARA benefits, they tell you one of the benefits is that every person on planet is going to have tens of thousands of dollars into their quantum accounts, their accounts. That's a non-interest bearing account. And it's going to be put there every month for up to, I think, some people say 11 years, some people say into perpetuity. But how do you say that word? Forever. So look at my videos on the NESARA. We're all, it looks like what some people are calling a universal basic income, because oil-rich nations, they already do this because they have so much wealth from the oil and trading and doing business with other nations, because other nations want their oil. All the money that they're collecting from those other nations, they give to other people, and they put it in their accounts, and they call it universal basic income. And these oil-rich nations like Qatar, they've been doing this forever. Bahrain, okay? A lot of these nations, some nations are actually doing better than America because of their oil contracts with other nations. They literally have their people living very well. And then those people have been hiring immigrants to do the work they don't want to do. Well, America didn't have a sovereign wealth fund. President Trump created that in January when he first came on, as well as done some other amazing things. So you got a sovereign wealth fund, you have NESARA, you have silver and gold. If gold isn't in your budget, get gold Aurum notes, also called gold backs. Go to goldback.com, okay? Or go to your local coin dealer and get that 24 karat gold pressed onto a note. Get some silver. It's at $80 an ounce. It's a little expensive now. It's getting higher and higher. But when I bought it in 2017, it was $14 an ounce. So, but if that's out of your budget, get constitutional silver. Silver, or they call it junk silver, silver minted before 1964, or get some sterling silver. That's 90% silver. Go to a junk place, go to an antique shop, a pawn shop. You can find silver jewelry, gold jewelry, 24 karat gold, 14 karat gold, 10 karat gold. It doesn't matter. It's all gold and silver. Okay. Or buy foreign currencies inexpensively. You can buy some foreign currencies for just a couple dollars. Get some Venezuelan bolivar, Vietnamese dong, Zimbabwean zim. What else? Indonesian rupiah. Put it in the chat, family. I gotta go. I'm already late. I'm sure our friend is waiting for us. But if you want to join my private group where we go into detail, and the people, you all that are in a private group, let them know what you think about the private group. I put in the link in the chat. That in a private group, we literally go into detail what your family office is going to look like, what you need to say to your wealth manager, what the bank protocols are. We ask questions, answer questions, how to create humanitarian projects in a condensed version that's easy to understand without giving a long explanation. I got short videos in there. I just all type, how to barter with gold, how to barter with gold backs, how to barter with silver. All that is in my private group. It's a great day to be alive. So, but like I said, it doesn't make sense to have all this wealth if you don't have health. So come on over to the next live. Just, you'll see it with Chef Joseph, and he's going to tell us how to eat to increase your superpowers. This is my private group right here. You can either hit the link, or on any of my videos, you can click join, or on my main channel. That's it. My name is Dr. Pruitt, Dr. Kia Pruitt. I trust that I've said something to raise your vibrations and inspire you to create the most amazing, hi Sherman, magnificent life that you desire and deserve. Lots of information that's very helpful. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. What did Chief say? They're saying, I love you, Chief. Got a new member. Thank you, Sister Karen, for joining. Iraq merchants are protesting because of taxes, tariffs, and debits. Payment demands are happening to them. Is causing a major revaluation of dinar exchange rate to the above dinar. See, I told you it's happening. Thank you. Also, Iran, they've been taken to the streets. So their currency, Iran's, thank you for this about Iraq. Iran's currency value was decreasing, so people took to the streets. And the president of Iran told officials, we need to give in to the demands of the Iranian people. They're tired of the economy being bad. We got to do something. What are they going to do? Well, they already told you in another article that the sanctions that Trump said he was removing the sanctions from Iran. They already told you in another article that they were lopping off the zeros or removing zeros from their currency. The Bible says, little by little, line upon line, precept upon precept, here a little, there a little. You got to go line upon line, read this, start line upon line, precept upon precept, grab information here a little, there a little, put it all together. We're already there. We're already there. That's it, family. Join me on the next podcast. I'm out of here. Chef is waiting for us. Learn how to eat to create your superpowers and increase your superpowers and activate your pineal gland. Okay. See you in a minute on the next podcast. About 786 people here. Please move over to the new podcast. I love you. Bye-bye.
Through her channel, knowledge flows, breaking chains that hold us close, teaching paths to abundance and wealth, guiding others to free themselves. Soul tribe rising, hear her call, raising vibrations for one and all. Dr. Kia shows the way to a brighter, freer day. From currencies to investments divine, she's helping her tribe to realign with wisdom, ancient and new, showing what we all can do. Soul tribe rising, hear her call, raising vibrations for one and all. Dr. Kia shows the way to a brighter, freer day. Soul tribe rising, hear her call, raising vibrations for one and all. Dr. Kia lights the way to a new and brighter day.
Bye-bye, Soul Tribe. Join me on the other podcast with Chef Joseph McKever L, and he's going to talk to us about how to eat to increase our superpowers. Let me go ahead. He's texting me like, is everything good? He doesn't know I'm on the line. So let me go ahead and drop that link in the chat for you all one more time. This is where we're going to be right now. Join me over there live. And you can ask me questions about the RVGCR over there too, okay? After he gives his discussion. So join me over there. I've just put that in the link that in the chat for you. And then if you want to join the private group, I'll put that here. So the private group is, I think we have less than 200 people, but it gives us a chance to talk to each other. We meet every Saturday morning at 11 o'clock a.m., but we also periodically meet throughout the week. And I put posts there in the private group, and I'll come back on and tell you about all that's in that group. And let's see, we share documents and intel. Right now I'm doing an email list where I can send everybody a blast of documents that I have from being parts of groups where I was in a group for a while with a wealth manager who was giving us information. She was abreast. She knew about the transfer of wealth years ago, 2018, 2017. She knew even before that. But when I met her, it's about 2017 or 2018. So we have a lot of documents that she gave us. This is real, family. This is real. No matter what money you have enough to get something. And if you don't, borrow it or get with a friend or family member. Like just Venezuelan Bolivar, there are some denominations you can get that are very inexpensive. Go to 100trillions.s.com, banknoteworld.com, greatamericancoincompany.com, ebay.com, Etsy, Amazon, all of the Save Dinar. There are many different websites that have currencies. Somebody put here in the group another place you can go. What'd you say? Trump, America, U.S. first mean the agenda of America is going first against other countries. And then other countries, I don't know what you're saying. Thank you for enjoying this. I'm going live. Chief is going live tonight with his bank story and the scanner that he found outside of the gas station. All right, Chief, I love you, Chief. I hope you join me on the other channel so you can give some words after our guest speaker. I love you, family. Peace. Bye-bye.